Ah, damn it. Hi, chat. Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing today? Let's see. It is Monday, which means it is auto update day. It is the 12th of September of 2022, and we are back for yet another stream. The plan for today is to continue working on the roost thing, but also check on auto update day. I actually don't know how far along it is. I don't think it was too... Oh, wait. No, Black bumped this week. Or maybe that was last week. I don't know. I feel like we also didn't check last week, so... maybe we'll look at graphs twice. But Black updated either this week or last week, so we will see presumably a spike there. Oh, my hand. Sucks. Oh well. I wonder what I cut it on. I'll never know. But anyway, welcome back. Good to see you all again. Let me say hi to everyone who is here. Let's see. I Satisfied was here before the stream started, but JJMC was first yet again. Knackle Eric is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Chris Redwine, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Wholesome Thought, Marsha. Welcome to both of you. Wolf Little Stepper's also here. How you doing? Grandpa's iPad. Hello, hello. Walker Codes and Waylon Walker. What? What? The prophecy. They are both in chat right after each other. Wild. How you doing? Both of you. Hi, Diddley-o, Neighborino. Wait, are you my neighbor? There is actually... One of my neighbors was telling me that I have a neighbor that works at Facebook, and I'm like... There's like a reasonable chance that they know who I am, which is terrifying. But anyway, when the world gives you lemons, you make Gatorade. Is that how that works? I don't think that's how that works. I Satisfied. Hello again. I thought it said melons. Oh no. Dean Elspeth's here. Hello, hello. Good to see you again. When the world gives you melons, make fruit juice. Yes, quite. Steve-O Bandito is also here. How you doing? Is that a emote of a dude? I guess? Is that within the terms? I don't know. They're a partner too, so weird. Presumably a partner because they have a nice prefix. Hard to tell. Maybe they just have a nice prefix because they got lucky from affiliates. Anyway. Bring on the graphs. It is indeed going to be graph day. Skin looking flawless. Maybe never mind. We won't zoom on it. We'll just take the compliment. Thanks. Appreciate it. For looking ironed, it's definitely not ironed. It just came out of a drawer. Cody guys, hello. Good to see you again. Bring on the graphs. Yes, let us see how we are in Graphland. Oh, open source news. This got merged. So presumably after the next Virtualan release, it'll be less broken on Debians, which will be fun. Too hot to wear iron shirts. That's the weird thing. I went outside today. I didn't plan to go outside today. But it's chilly. Look at how cold it is today. Wild, huh? It was like 100 like a week ago. Summer's gone. It's fall. It's fall time already. Which is a thing, I guess. Any plans to add new sub badges for the OGs? Yes, I do have plans to do that, but I don't know where to go from the current set of sub badges. Where are those? Presumably I can find the same person and make more buttons. But this is the current set of sub badges, and this is the order in which they are subscriberied. Oh, why didn't the AQI request work? That's weird. We get an error? No? Oh, it's just super fucking slow. Holy shit. But yeah, this is the current set of badges. I'm not sure what... Like, I want to do like a fancy marbled blue one, which I think would be kind of cool. A rainbow. Rainbow could be cool too. But yeah, I'm down to get ideas and make that happen. Presumably, let's see, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 badges last time. I don't know what the cost was. Let's see what they are in the dashboard. Viewer rewards. Is it not under viewer? Ugh, I hate. Why is it such a pain in the ass? Is it under emotes? Why? Maybe it's under emotes? I don't know. Okay, we'll poke around the Twitch dashboard. We also need some more ideas for follower emotes and... Oh, we have an open slot for normal emotes too, and animated emotes. And if we want to get simp emotes too. And if 130 of you subscribe, we can get another emote too. But no, we don't need that. Or bid emotes, I haven't even done those. Where the fuck are badges? Like, I would kind of expect them to be under this category, but I guess maybe not. They're not under channel. There's no way they're under channel points. Stream channel? Brand? No. About? No, that's just the sections. Schedule? No. Oh, man. I love how there's a followers list tab. There's no fucking way anyone ever uses this tab. There's absolutely no way that people scroll through their list of followers. Like, no fucking way. Stream settings. Oh, there's my stream key. No, it's definitely not that. Dude, where the fuck are they? Partner? The partner button? Maybe. Emotes. Badges. The worst. Stream starting at 0:20. How am I supposed to sleep? Welcome to the stream. I still don't know how to say your name. We're gonna say Zarander. Welcome, welcome. Good badge, changed like a ghost. Yeah, yeah. Get the rainbow and trans colors. Anthony, are you in good spirits today? I'm fine. I'm fine. Simpy modes, yeah. Actually, sorry, the emphatic supporter emotes. But yeah, you're getting close to the 2.5 one. Does it tell me how many have each tier? It used to. I don't know where they took it. They changed it. They used to tell you how many people were at each level, but now I don't know how to get that. Anyway, there are many slots that are available. But yeah. The follower list isn't alpha ordered either. I don't even think it's what's the word? Sequential either. More ATI. Hello. Welcome back. Good to see you again. I don't think it's in order that they followed either. But you think the thing is here? I don't think so. Computer sort and recognition. Oh, I don't know that I want to click on that one. Ads manager. I have not turned on the more aggressive ads. Here? No. That's just leaderboard shit. I don't fucking know. It's in here somewhere. Not important. Random alphabetical order. Right. But anyway, this merged, so hopefully Pipe Virtual will be fixed. And yes, I will figure out some new badges. Oh, Metal Storm, you got a new badge there. Game developer? God damn. How you doing, Metal Storm? Welcome back. Do you think I could get the game developer badge? I have made a game. Is it a game that gets listed on Twitch? Is that how you get the fancy badge? I don't know how it works. Humandita says, apparently Twitch gives partners the ability to give a single user a lifetime subscription. It's true. There is currently one lifetime subscription, which is the chatbot. They also have a founder slot, which is a little annoying, but Threadlestorm? Yeah, exactly. I wrote some jank game and Pygame. Does that count? Right? Actually means I get to take a badge away from you. Oof. Rip. Well, don't take the sub badge, please. Anyway, so let's take a look at. I don't think on update day is finished, given there's some decent run activity, but let's see where it's at. It's been finishing later and later, which is not terribly surprising. We're back to enqueuing 10,000 repos. Fuck. That's kind of nuts. Okay, so it's very much not done. Plantka, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. It only ran into segfaults some of the time. Oh no. Oh no. But what's your game about, Metalstorm? That's a lot of repos? Yeah. That's only the ones, I forget the, it's like non-forked repos that have completed a run? I wonder if it's if it includes errored runs too. Because we could probably filter out a bunch more if we remove errored runs. How does it work? Also, there's no way that that's going to scale forever, but I don't want to think about it now. Okay. For every repo, if it's private and free, it skips. If it's a fork and it's free, it skips. Wait, this must be the old code. This must be the old code. There's no way that's how it works now. I thought we did a thing that skipped. Maybe we just skipped forks. Huh. Weird. Huh. I thought it had skipped things that had never completed a run. But I guess not. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Can you even segfault Python? It's actually pretty easy to segfault Python. Oh no! Dogfish? That sucks. Well, I hope you get better, buddy. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. And sleep well. Don't exercise your brain too much. Just chill out is the best advice that I've gotten. And if you feel like you can't breathe, go to the hospital. But damn. Like I already said hi. Yuhi, welcome to the stream. Are those stonks? Be some pretty bad stonks. There'll be more not stonks. He's just so polite. Yeah, AFC down. It's just, I'm gonna sit here with my hands on the table. Cat named Coco. You have a cat named Coco? Like Tapu Coco? Nicola Christoph. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. DL says, I spent basically all of today reading through a really horrible code review by a dev who keeps promising that things will be ready for release in only a few days. I was trying to find... Speaking of like scrolling through overly enthusiastic devs, I was trying to find... I know there's an issue somewhere. And maybe you guys are better at finding issues than I am. I know there's an issue somewhere on either pre-commit or one of my repos where somebody started the thread with a screenshot of code. And I was like, please don't screenshot your code. Just paste the text, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Standard thing that I put in there. And then they replied with a camera phone video of their computer monitor. And I really want to find it so I can put it in a video. But I've struggled so hard, and I spent like 3 hours searching for it. And yeah. Anyway. Mary TI says, I copied a breakout clone from the back of a Sinclair Spectrum manual. Probably doesn't count. Yeah, it probably doesn't count. 48 issues on Pygame GitHub with segfault in the title. Slap. Wolf says, my English these days have been bad. Your English is fine. Teeny, I understand what you're saying. My symptoms are very mild so far. Nice, nice. Good to hear, good to hear. Star says, procedurally generated infinite single-word MMO survival sandbox. Think Rust game, presumably, plus RimWorld, plus EVE Online, plus Minecraft. Damn, that sounds fucking complicated. Nicholas says, you've got a GitHub thing? What do you mean a GitHub thing? Oh, one of these? Yeah. It, oh, I unplugged it. Oh, I don't know. It also lights up. GitHub sent it to me. I don't know, I think it looks cool. I don't really care about it lighting up though. Probably the second program I ever wrote. The first one, find the same manual. Drew a teddy bear. Oh. Lanka says, I'm coughing a lot, but I don't think I'm COVID positive. Damn, everyone is sick. Shit. Doing Java wrong was the top issue. Just poor functionalization and code segmentation. Missing the mark with completely testing. Oh. Analog horror? Analog horror. I have not. Niche subgenre of horror fiction and offshoots of film technique. I have seen things that resemble this. But I don't enjoy horror at all as an entire genre. I do not like it. I don't like being scared. That shit's not fun. I'd rather be sad. Montoya's Revenge. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. What's the date time window for the file 11 ticket? Oh, the film ticket. So I did find a tweet. I did find the tweet that referenced it. Yeah, this is the date that the tweet happened. So May 4th of 2020. I don't know if it happened around this day. I'm pretty sure it did. But this is as close as I know when the video happened. I don't leave the house so I don't ever get sick. I'm sick of sports. Yeah, it's gonna be a long season for you, D-Dells. I don't know how many games you're gonna win with only scoring 7 points a game too. But yeah. I guess I did do that on Saturday. I went to the Michigan game with my brother. It was a blowout, unsurprisingly. Pot of Greed! Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, 56-10. There were 410 yards? 420 yards? In the first half. It was 42-0. It also poured right before the game. So we were just like drenched. Because we're like, it's only supposed to sprinkle, and then it just fucking poured. But it was a fun game. Chad is sick? Yeah, Chad is sick today. What's up with that? I don't know why you freeze so much for me lately. No one else does. That's really weird. I haven't dropped any frames, so I feel like it's on your end. And, oh, am I streaming at 1080p 60 or 1080p 30? Can somebody tell me? I can figure it out. Never mind. Shh. 1080p source. It doesn't tell me whether it's 1080p 30 or 60. I think that means it's 30. I think it would say 1080p 60 otherwise. Question mark. I don't know. It's a spicy project, so much to think about. It's basically a glorified enterprise app system behind the scenes. Kubernetes, lots of distribution containers, queues, etc. 125 repos? What the? That's amazing. Oof. The time window is years? Yeah, unfortunately it was like 2 years ago. I was just searching Google with basically the same query with your Twitter. Yay. At least got a touchdown this week. Was the 4/4th with OP? I don't even remember. I couldn't find the issue. I don't really do any real code in my day job apart from tooling, so this sorts the really technically challenging edge. Yeah, holy shit. Ashatosh. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. God damn it. Thousands of fruit flies all over the house. Oh no. Why do you have so many fruit flies? Michigan Indiana game is gonna be lit. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a blowout. 1080p30? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1080p30. I don't know, try it at 720p more. I'm pretty sure I have encoders because I'm a partner, but anyway, what was I doing? What was it? We were graphs. But graph not done. So we were gonna look at last week's graph. Absolute. So today is the 12th. Oh, I can just do this. So we can do it from, I don't know when Updog Day starts anymore. Let's just do it from 13 to sure. This seems fine. Oh boy. Oh right. Is this the thing where as stats get older you can't change the you can't change the resolution on them? Which would make sense. That would be how I would architect it. Oh. No, this is fine. This did period of one minute. Graph looks kind of shit though. We had to get a spike in the middle, but seems fine. I think this was the week that Black updated. I don't actually know because I don't use Black. Well. Oh, I guess I should check. I should just check when PyTest bumped. That's the easiest way to find it. Pull request. Did it get merged? Must have already got merged. Here we go. 6 days ago. Yeah, so last week was big black bump. Oh. Wait, does this... Oh, wait, no, this is the other guy. Oh, hey. I know this person. They did all of they did all of the work on this. Wait, are they a maintainer of Autoflake now? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, they are. Yo, let's go. I mean, this is the same. Pretty sure this is the person I know. Unless there are 2 people with the same name, and yeah. Unless there's another person with exactly the same name. These are some old ass blog posts. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the person I know. It's like, that's kind of neat. Wonder how they got that snippet. Oh, it's in PyCQA now. Oh, it was in... I gotta do another redirect. Fuck. He's now at Sentry? No way. No way. You mean me? Okay, I'm at Sentry. Oh, I was like... I didn't know Francis... I would hope that Francisco... I would hope I would know if they joined Sentry. Okay, I didn't read chat. I just read one message and I was like, oh. Quick Floor, hello, hello. Whose name is Jeff? How you doing? Are you still at Lyft? No, I got laid off during the pandemic. Years ago. Okay, now all the messages make sense. Sarcastic Dante's also here, hello, hello. I think all the fruit flies because my stepdad puts food in the sink and doesn't rinse the plate. Ugh. Yeah. Ah. You don't use black? I feel like it's becoming a pretty ubiquitous standard. Nope. I don't use it. I don't like it. I think it's a good idea, but I don't like the implementation. And I have my own set of formatters that work just fine. Okay, but let's we have a list of things in we have a manual list of redirects. Which doesn't scale super well, but I don't know, it's fine. Auto updater, is it a handler? Yes, here we go. Elemental, oh, these aren't sorted in any way, shape, or form. Oh, they are kind of sorted. They're kind of sorted by the value. Yeah. Auto flake. ICQA auto flake. I think that's right. This should really be a case insensitive Wiktionary, but whatever. Be on the server! Hello, hello, good to see you again. Game is all in Python and C++. Whoa. Slowly moving all of the core libraries over to async IO, which kind of makes your dependencies use async. Yeah, the coloring problem. Okay, just to make sure, if we copy this URL, and then watch it redirect, and then copy this URL, and then paste, and then remove the protocol, should be good. And redirect. I wonder if they donated the rest of their projects too. I feel like they had other things that they worked on. A lot of activity on that one there. This is like super dead, right? Why is it getting patches? Updated 7 days ago. Somebody like make a pull request or something? What was the update? I wish this would show me what the update was. It could be a closed pull request or comment on something. But I'm pretty sure this is like super dead. Not maintained anymore. Oh, did it get a pre-command auto update? Yeah, it did. Look at that. Yeah. That's pretty funny. That's very funny. Anyway, that thing's dead. Does this say a project by? No, this is the called that one, the Kubernetes like thing that lost, but not the one that I know, not Mesos, the other one, OpenStack. Is that the wrong way to say this? The answer server says, do you have any health checks for your EC2 instances when systemd is stuck in a restart loop for a worker for whatever reason? My current system is so simple that I don't. But I do get alerts. I do get alerts for stuck runs, so that would show up there as well. But no, I don't have that. But also there's like there's very little state. And if hosts don't boot, they don't participate in the runner pool. So there's not too much that can go wrong. Oh my god. We'll still hit this. still like not true. They must have been using easy install. Which, like, I'd love to be able to ban easy install, but I love when people comment an issue from literally 2018, 5-year-old issue. Shaz, hello, how you doing? Good to see you again. But yeah, pre-commit CI doesn't really do anything on startup other than pull a Docker image, and if that's failing, I have bigger problems. But when was your tweet from? 2020 May 4th. A long ass time ago. Okay, anyway, what was I doing? Add redact for my int slash autoflake to PyCQA. Really worth locking your closed tickets? I usually do. It's like really hard to find them. Oh, you have another query? It might have been image. Oh. Is this the one? Not. Oh, it is. No, wait, it is. We found it. Oh my god. We found it. Fun. What is this one though? Anyway, okay. I'm going to bookmark this for later. I think this is the one. I mean, they definitely put a video here, but I also feel like I didn't comment on this one. Yeah, I feel like Ian did all the commenting here. Might not have been that one. It's the right day though. Hey, what's up, Damn General? Hello. Beat us with the search term, champ? Yeah. Well, I didn't know this thing. I didn't know this filter. There's also involves, which I did know about. Oh, which also would have found it. What the fuck? I tried this. You know what? I probably did screenshot just like you did. And didn't see anything. Fuck. Or I did video. Well, I would have found it too. I swear I tried this. Oh, you know what? I tried 3 dots. And that's just invalid syntax. Fuck. That's what it was. Damn it. Okay, well. Today we learn. Annexon. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh my god, what the fuck has... What is going on? What is this? Oh, did Twitch break my thing again? No, that worked fine. Did it break? Did I click on this? Oh, I bet I clicked on that. Okay. I've never seen this before. What does mannequin user mean? So GitHub worked with the CPython project to import all the issues from bugs.python.org. And basically they didn't do any username matching except for core devs. So there's a fake other me that you can't load that has no, user account. This at mention works, but it also didn't ping me. Also, I'm not subbed to this issue anymore, so I don't see updates on it. But yeah, that's what the mannequin users are. They're basically fake users. But yeah. Oh, the MP4 no longer exists? Damn it. No, that's sad. Oh, because it's on some sketch-ass website too. Well. I guess I can't use that in my video then. Damn it. Well. Such is life, I guess. Still have zero clue how that's showing up because you never say image. I think it's because anywhere in the issue that it says image, not that I commented image. Fake Anthon, yeah. Christian Ryan says, longtime Pregament user, just learned about Pregament CI like a week ago. Hey. I also just thought of a good open source project, so now I have an excuse to try it out. Nice. Good luck, good luck. Is there a source code to fast-pip available on GitHub? At some point. At some point there will be. Is there a cheap keyboard like in the stream? A what? What do you mean? This keyboard? It's linked above. It's not that cheap though. Are you asking is there a cheap split keyboard? I don't know. No one said image? Maybe it was alt text? Fast-pip is pretty funny though. Welcome to the stream, Hikaru. Yeah, it'll be online eventually. Once it actually works. But I don't really want random drive-by PRs that are just gonna take up a bunch of my time until it actually works. User images in the URL? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. This year. Okay, anyway. That is not the right brush name. Did I... blurb, 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 auto flake, spicy QA. I live in Turkey, and Turkey has the world's highest inflation, so I need a cheap one. Least expensive split keyboard. Build your own. I don't know that that means cheap. It's listing this as the cheapest one. I guess there's the lower tier model of this one, which is probably still $100. 100 USD. No idea what it is in your currency. I don't really. I'm gonna go to test. This repository is already fairly well tested, and I don't think the addition of one URL is really going to change much. Keyboards is a strange hobby where buying the parts and doing it yourself is actually more expensive. Yeah, well, this keyboard right here. Now, granted, I had a bunch of leftover switches and caps after I bought it. But this keyboard right here. How much did I spend on it? I think I spent close to $70 on this keyboard. Which is kind of nuts. But like a $15 mechanical keyboard as a backbone, it's been great. Nice. Yeah, building a mechanical keyboard is just gonna be fucking expensive. Do you own a saw? I got a 15-inch 69 laptop and just moved the Windows taskbar to the side and now kind of have a 14-inch 1610. They should have done that years ago. The bit of screen height you gain, it's awesome. Yeah, so that's the thing about my screen that's in front of me. It's a 1610 monitor. And 1610 is like the perfect resolution because you can have a little bar at the bottom and then 1080p video fits perfectly. I don't know why they didn't make more 1610 stuff. It's just like so nice. The Statos, hello, welcome. We don't sell Ferraris, but you can buy a crate engine and shiny sheet metal and do it yourself. Yeah. Anyway, can merge this and deploy it. And I don't think auto update day will be done by now. Just took the long way around to get to where I wanted. I could have just clicked refresh. Oh, we didn't look at the auto update dead letter, although presumably if it's empty here, then it didn't dead letter last time. 1610 is an abomination. It's pretty nice. I like 1610. They don't make monitors that size anymore. Because if it's not 4K or 8K, what the fuck are they even doing? That's basically their approach now. Oh boy. Have you seen LG's dual up monitor? No. But we can look at it now. I clicked on the ad. Huh. 28-inch SDQ HD. 2560 by 2880. Is it 28 inches this way or is it 28 inches like this? It's actually kind of nice. Not gonna lie. Basically 2x stacked, 16:9 panes on one panel. Yeah. Like if they had what is the 2560 is the width though. It's 2880 high. Oh. So it's 2560 by 1440 but stacked. See if it were like 4K, that'd be kind of nice. Like I don't know why they didn't do 4K. Like 8K stacked vertically would be kind of cool. Where would you put such a thing? I've been meaning to replace my there's an old picture, but I've been meaning to replace this. I'd probably just, I don't know what I would do with this one. Bleg Maximum, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. 4K at 28 inches, almost too high of a DPI for things. Well, these are running at native resolution 4K, and I do fine with them. But I also have good eyes, so yeah. Neopren, hello. Thank you, appreciate it. Where would you put it? By your computer? We're going back to 3x2. And that's like real old standard. I'm so glad I didn't have to take these stickies off the wall. They still gave me all of my security deposit back too. Robar1, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Actually, they gave me more of my security deposit back than they should have, and I don't know why. Like they gave me more than I paid them. I assume it was like some refund on utilities or something, but I don't know. I don't know. Deploy prod. Well, I should probably not deploy prod in the middle of auto update day. Fuck it. What could go wrong? Am I going to have the regrets from this? We will find out. Let's see, log groups. I don't really look at these logs anymore. I should maybe set an expiry time on them. Oh, CSS is my passion. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is probably the old code version. Skipped archived. Huh. Oh, this is paid customer. It's 1287, misses 98. It's some pretty good cache hit ratio there. Anyway, that's some confidence in the deploy system. I mean, I don't see what could go wrong. I made like a teeny tiny change. Let's see. We'll look at it in a minute. 803 is what it's at now. Okay. But yeah, last time we were working on HTML parsing in Roost, and I decided to ask my friend Marcus. So I feel like I'm having problem. This seems difficult. What to do? Ew. Oh. LeBron. Ew. This seems difficult. What to do? And this is likely because I'm bad at Rust, but I struggle to get this working. In theory, it shouldn't be too difficult. I was hoping to be able to do something like this, or even with ByteStream, and fell back on reading the whole text and then doing this. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to stream the response, and it's going to convert it back and forth from bytes to string to vec to string unnecessarily. And Marcus helpfully told me a whole bunch of stuff, and then recommended that I try this library, which will probably do what I need, or at least be good enough. Because really all I care that it parses is public PyPI and dumb PyPI. I can probably make that work. We'll try that. So we're gonna try and swap out all the code that we wrote Saturday for this. Jay Pratt, how you doing? Hello, hello. I have a feeling my 10-plus-year-old Samsung monitor got grayish over time. Yeah, this monitor is 15 years old, and I was gonna be like, oh yeah, if you minimize it, you can see the screen burn in here, but there's no fucking way you guys can see that. But there's pretty bad screen burn in. Like you can't see it, but there's like a line here, there's a line here, there's a haloing effect here, and there's a line on the right side of the screen too. There's also a line right where the edge of my virtual machine sits for streaming, which I think is pretty funny. But that's just the way things go, I guess. Jackie, hello, hello, welcome back. I love spinners. Yeah. Hear the Curb theme song? Yeah. They remind me that I put too much faith into silicon and gold. Yep. Meat sauce. Hello. How you doing? That's older than me. Actually, if you're younger than 15, you shouldn't be in this. Well, it's 13. Click Flora says, "What do you do for a living?" I tap keys on a keyboard and do the codes. He saves us all from evil pythons and boogs. Yes. I squish it a boogs. Okay. Are you refreshed yet? You're still at 803. 718. That seems to still be going. Very cool. Very cool. It emailed me. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so we are going to try and we're gonna try and swap out our HTML library from the one that we had to a different one. And I know we tried like 4 different HTML libraries last time. And this one works. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a commit that it works, and then we're gonna change it. Because holy shit, I pulled in so many dependencies. Oh right, because we made it async. Parse index pages. I was surprised everything was formatted. Gotta make sure it works before you break it. Yeah. Cargo run t.text. A lot of output spam and then URLs. Yay! Okay, so it is working. But now, what was the one that they recommended? Quick Quick XML roost. Quick XML contains two modes of operation. A streaming API based on the stacks model. Is this like stacks but different? Streaming API for XML. Stacks. Is it usually referred to as stacks? Because I know what stacks is. Event-driven algorithm like stacks. What's the difference? What's the difference between stacks and stacks? Or is stacks a stacks? XML. Anyway, I assume it's what I want. User has to explicitly ask for the next XML element, similar to a database cursor. Achieved by two strokes. A reader, a low-level XML pull reader with a buffer allocator clearing is left to the user. A writer. Can be nested with readers if you want to transform XML. Especially if you're nested, the user must keep track of where, how deep in the XML document. XML contains all support of asynchronous reading using Tokyo. Cool. 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 Seems good. Bro needs more faith in Roost. Sweet. Gotta make sure it works before you break. Oh, I already read that. Can you really break it if it doesn't work? True. Anthony, why do you keep saying sacks and stacks, and why are you not giggling about it yet? Because I've already giggled about sacks enough times. I'm guessing you've used HTML5 ever. Yeah, that was one of the first ones we tried. I don't need a DOM. I literally just need to pull out all the hrefs in a document. I could probably get by with regex. But I don't really want to use regex to parse HTML. But I definitely could. But I shouldn't. But I definitely could. But I shouldn't. I don't need a DOM yet. Yeah. Right, Marsha? I drank way too much water, and I was really bad about being hydrated last stream, so I'm actually going to take a break and fill up my water and use the restroom all at the same time. So I will be right back, and I'll see you in a sec. I'm back. Tats and Rax. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. And Mumpted Logic, welcome to the stream. You don't need a DOM, you need a virtual DOM. What? Does that work? I don't need an. Could you imagine if there was RSX, but it's Roost and React? If. If. Blur, 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 blur. What was I gonna say? Oh, I have some news that I forgot to talk about, which is that. Oh, but I sent it to Juice. I was going to put up noise canceling walls on stream. That's what these are, noise canceling walls. But I put them behind me and my camera freaked out, and I was like, I can't be asked to figure out my camera. So I've started putting them up on these walls. And yeah. Hopefully the echo is slowly being reduced. But yeah. If you're just playing Ahref, then Scraper might be the best. The problem is, like, all these libraries build DOMs, and I don't need DOMs. I think we looked at this one. Yeah, this is just a DOM. I don't want a DOM. DOM's too slow. Thinking of you shouldn't parse with regex, I made this horrible thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Full image. Oh. This is to find the Docker image and then pull it. I assume you wanted this to be standard library. Otherwise, you may actually be able to use a library that I wrote that I have yet to use that does exactly what you maybe want, which is a Docker file parser that is actually a real Docker file parser. Weeds Lost, hello again. Well, Anthony has a white print. Be right back. Yes. I can't believe they're canceling walls now? Oh. Stare to those panels long enough and you'll start seeing patterns. Yeah, the other thing is if I do this, the video compression goes real wonky. Also, I've turned off the setting where in Windows, if you shake it, it minimizes all the other windows, because I would shake the windows just for jokes and then lose everything else. Anyway. Okay, yeah, but I put this up. I have 2 questions for you, chat, because I don't really want to do research. I'm lazy, and I've got 90 of you here that are nerds like me. I got 2 things that I need to get. Well, one thing that I need to get, one thing that I want to know about. I'm considering a server rack in my basement. 1, is this a good idea? 2, should I just use a bookshelf instead? 3, what do? Stonkfish says, I have a server rack, so yes. Do I want a full rack? What does the U mean? Rack mount servers are noisy? Well, it's gonna be in a closet. He's gonna half rack. What does 12U mean? Is that like 12 units? Get the biggest rack you can. Bigger racks are better. YOLO Boss, hello, welcome. U is the unit. It's about 45 millimeters. Okay. Marcia says I'm getting a rack because of the progesterone. That's what I thought. That was my first thought when tats and racks followed. I was like, okay, I know what you're talking about there. Oh shit, what did I just do? I just bamboozled my windows. This is the one that belongs here. I was like, I see what you did there with the username. Ryan Bonjour says, what for? That's maybe the worst part, is I don't know that I actually have a reason for it. But I do want to do the following things. I want to set up network attached storage. I want a machine where I throw a bunch of SSDs in it, SSDs or hard drives in it, and I can just dump shit there. And someone can teach me the right way to set up RAID and dump all that in there. I also have like a bunch of like random weird computers that I would probably do rack mount adapters to stick in there. Like I have a Mac Mini that I occasionally need to SSH to and poke around and try some other stuff. So I feel like I would love to use like a rack mount adapter into that or something like this. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I have a good reason. On Nightly, hello. Isn't what for what you say when you want to start a sword fight? I say we mean a sword fight, not the other sword. Sure. Eighth Wall says, past my probation period at my new job. Feels great, man. What does that mean? Like an onboarding period? But that's cool. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Basically what I do. Happy to hop on a call to talk you through it all. Have you heard of the high health? It's probably the biggest rabbit hole ever. Yeah. Run frequent CI on it. I don't really want that inside my house. It's nice that it can run in the cloud and then I don't have to think about it. How big do you need this thing? I have several empty rooms. I think it was 2.5-inch drives. Must have been 2U. Oh. Why not get a Thermaltake W200 case? I don't know what that means. Oh. You know, honestly, this is almost the same size as my current desktop. The other reason that I think I might want to rack mount is I have a fairly large network switch. That seems like it would also be nice rack mount. With current energy prices, they aren't fucked in the US yet. FreeBSD running ZFS? I don't think I want to run FreeBSD. GK Bytes, hello, welcome. You probably want about 20U. It's just rack shells rather than trying to find mounting adapters. Oh. You can also always try to Raspberry Pi. Yeah, I've been meaning to have some sort of ARM stuff. ARM build agent, M1 build agent is self-hosted GitHub Actions. Maybe. I would have to do some like fancy network isolation because I don't really want to run arbitrary code in my house from strangers. If you want a super cheap rack for a couple things, search Lack Rack. Cheap IKEA furniture turned into a basic rack? Oh. Interesting. How do you deal with the noise? Interesting. Oh boy. I can already feel the rabbit hole that I'm going down. And he's gonna have a server farm in his house? Why not, right? Sound like you could use something like unraid.net. Isn't this just isn't this just software? Yeah, this is just software. I think I would mostly just have it be SCP. That's probably the easiest. So for Australia, we have a probation period of 3 to 6 months depending on the company, in which either party can terminate the employment at any time without drama. After probation, it's a lot harder to fire someone. Oh. You have to give notice when you quit. Ah, so it's not at will. Middle ground between everything flapping in the breeze and a rack. Yeah, because currently what I would set up is everything flapping in the breeze. Oh, that seems kind of cool. Kind of neat. Interesting. Did your network switch come with a rack mount? It did. It did. I didn't intend to get one with a rack mount, but it happened to be. Well, actually, I wanted 10 gig Ethernet. Well, I wanted 40, but they don't sell boxes that aren't 2,000 a pop. I ended with a 10 gig switch, and it happens to be rack mountable. And switches routers, then server rack is the way to go. W200. W200 case. Oh, that's the same thing we were just looking at. This isn't a rack, is it, right? This is just a big case you can throw stuff into. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know. No Starch Press has a FreeBSD book that I've glanced at and assumes great because of no starch. I can send you some rack recommendations and other ideas on Discord later. I've had servers in a rack in my house apartment for like 8 years. Nice. I have a 12 node Kubernetes cluster, all the other junk switches, all racked in a 42U. Interesting, interesting. Unrated is legit. What do you got? What do you got for me? Oh, is this your little rack mount? That's kind of cool. Good cable management. What is this random thing down here though? Neat, neat. Okay, so my answer is this is totally a rabbit hole I can go down, and I can, but I now know more things. I run a small power efficient rack that does my apartment's network, 48 terabytes of storage, and a couple of Mac Mini type devices. Nice. Nice. I bought this uninterruptible power supply a while ago. I never got to use it a single time because my electrical sockets don't actually come with the ground part. Oh. You can get the adapters with the things that like have a contact point to a local screw, so you have a ground, which are kind of sketch, but or you can install GFCIs. The W200 might have been called a mid-tower case back in the day. Yeah, man, I remember the towers used to get like this big. Those are huge. You have fun, enjoy maintaining OSs and hardware. You could build something. Otherwise, why not something like a QNAP or Synology? Because YOLO boss. Let's be realistic here. You're watching somebody who writes code on stream. What type of person do you think I am? Pi-hole. Oh, you can check out r/homelab. Oh no. Oh no. Second image is my. Oh, did I not get the first image? Is this the second one? Oh. God damn. You've got a lot of stuff in. Wait, what's this first one then? It's a little baby box. Anyway, that's cool. Move to the UK. We have ground pins. You can hang an elephant on. It's 66 seconds behind now because if I pause and resume, it'll just freeze again. Oh, the first is purely networking. Oh, okay, I understand. Okay. Second question that I feel like you nerds would also know about is mesh networks. Mesh Wi-Fi networks. Because the fiber drop point is in my basement. I have threaded Ethernet to the important rooms of the house. Is it a thing that I can hook up a Wi-Fi network, a Wi-Fi device that rebroadcasts exactly the same network as the one in the basement? Is that a thing? I feel like that should be a thing, but I also don't know. Mesh sucks. Okay, probably then maybe I don't want mesh. I have Ethernet to all the rooms. That's already there. But I mostly just want something. I just want like a wireless access upstairs that doesn't have the packet loss that it currently does. But Concussion Dreams, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. The problem with mesh is that mesh happens on 5 gigahertz and the network is usually only 2.4. Pretty -1 on mesh. Huh. You want us to change the time in your VCR next? You can get access points, you can use the same SSID on all of them, it'll just be one giant network. I feel like that isn't how that works. I also don't know. Okay, so that one, it sounds like I have to do my own research. Okay. Anyway, back to the CODs. The CODs of the writing. We can probably just assume everything is UTF-8. Let mute buff. Read event into buff. Cool. It is how it works. Oh. How big buildings work? Well, then what the fuck is mesh? What is a mesh network versus just doing that? What is a Wi-Fi mesh network? I keep hearing the word mesh. I'm like, what is a mesh? A mesh network is a group of devices that act as a single Wi-Fi network. Why is that different than what we're describing? Mesh is for poor people in old buildings. Okay. I'm sorry. Just mesh is for poor people. Just sounds fucking funny. Mesh is shared Wi-Fi over Wi-Fi. Okay, that sounds bad. Normal access points are hardwired Ethernet. Okay. So I can just get a Wi-Fi device that happens to have the same SSID as the existing Wi-Fi device I have, and it'll just work. Cool. The universal truth, everything is I don't know what VAX is. What is virtual address extension? That sounds like the most reasonable one, right? Every encoding is UTF-8, bin SH is always bash. I mean, it is more likely to be that on Windows than on non-Windows, oddly enough. Non-mesh requires distinct network connections to each individual device. Okay. That's easy then. You'd have to make sure it uses the other device for DHCP. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, so let me Let me drawing what I have right now and what I'm planning to do. So this is kind of a cross section of my house, but not really. And there is little room here. This is basement. It says semen. Main floor upstairs. And the main floor is basically one big room. Is that true? Yeah, the main floor is basically one big room. But I kind of logically partition it into a couple rooms. Where this is this is the den area. There's also a dining / living area. And then there's kitchen. And upstairs, there are kind of 4 rooms. And this is not at all, you know, the correct scaling or anything either. There are 2 guest bedrooms. There's the stream room. And then there's my bedroom. And the fiber comes into the house here, into the basement. And right now, I have we will use green, sure. Right now I have cables running here. Oh, there's squiggly. This one runs like literally like this. Here, 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 and here. And I want to also run one here so that I can do kitchen streams. Make that one another color. I might also run some elsewhere in the basement. Okay, this is the wires that exist in my house right now. No bathrooms. Okay, there's a bunch of bathrooms, but you don't need Ethernet in your bathroom. Why do you poop in the living room? I logically partitioned it, bro. Don't worry. Yeah. Hey, what's up, React? Hello. Okay. But right now what there is there's a AT&T router thing here. This is AT&T's little router. Oops. And I have purchased a, what color I haven't used? Orange? No, I already used orange. I have purchased a switch, so I have a switch here as well, but I haven't hooked it up yet. And I forget what the point of this story was. Yeah, so anyway, these wires will all come through the switch and connect to this. And so what you're saying is, and this is a Wi-Fi device. What you're saying is I can stick another Wi-Fi device up here. Color. I can put another Wi-Fi device up here and give it access and whatever, and it'll all be great and dandy. Who says you don't want to watch TV in the tub? Hmm. I claim the basement says Shaz. I mean, there's actual physical rooms in the basement too. I just didn't bother purchasing them because who cares? What brand is your Switch? TP Link is the one I have. Is Switch PoE? It is PoE, but I don't think I'll ever use PoE. That's what you'd want to do, but to be honest, you'd be better off using the AT&T stuff only for internet and get custom stuff for the rest of your networking for better control of Wi-Fi. Ditch the Wi-Fi broadcasting on the router and buy 2 access points and set them up. Interesting. Interesting. Are you going to turn your basement into one of those mini bars? What if I told you there is already a mini bar in the basement? What if I told you there is also a wine cellar in the basement? Every TP Link Switch I've used has been an absolute trash. Every one that I've used has been just fine. So we'll find out whether this one is trash or just fine. Okay. That's how I started. Ditch the provided Wi-Fi stuff for better systems in the end. Interesting. Interesting. So, Ubiquiti Wi-Fi. I definitely spelled that wrong. It's gonna correct me though. All of these titty looking things? Can I buy them on Amazon? I feel like Amazon likes to show my address. Wait, these just receive power from Ethernet? Wouldn't it be better if they were plugged into the wall? Or is this just to simplify cables? Oh, you literally just slap it on the wall. The fuck? Is power over Ethernet something that I would like, or is it something I'm gonna fucking hate? I feel like it's something I'm gonna fucking hate. I've put about 1,500 in networking, it's paid off. So many fewer issues. Power over Ethernet seems like feels to be like a bad idea. You hate everything? I do hate everything. Otherwise you have to use an injector. I feel like every other Wi-Fi device I've ever owned, I literally just plug it into the wall. Power over Ethernet lets you mount it on the ceiling without getting an electrician to run mains to the ceiling. Power over Ethernet just feels concerning. Mostly because when you run low voltage in a house, there's like all these things where like, oh yeah, don't run it parallel to power, like make sure you're always crossing at right angles. Like you don't want interference from your other wires. But if you're just gonna run it over your Ethernet cable while also running data over it, it feels I'm suspicious. However, Ethernet is 24. Is this yours? It's twisted pair, so it'll cancel each other out. It's DC. Oh, is Power Ethernet DC? Okay, so it is DC. Okay, that changes things because most of the concern about crossing wires is AC because it's alternating, because that generates more shifting electric fields. PoE is how almost every desk phone in a corporate setting gets its power. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have learned some things. I will put this on. What is this font that I used? Right. Twitter's gonna show my phone number 2. And I upload it to my AWC Paint tweeter. Don't show it. Don't do it. Well, it's off screen, so it doesn't matter. Oh, those fucks. It showed it. Anyway. AWC Paint. Is this a snowflake on top of the iceberg? Every other Wi-Fi router I've ever owned, I plug it into the wall. And I think I'm okay doing that. But I also don't know. Okay, anyway. This restriction will be eliminated once issue 158 is solved. U8 versus cow U8 versus cowster. Moo. Okay, what's with all these zero version libraries? I'm not a fan of all this zero version librarying. Okay, let's see if we can find an example of this. We had AT&T accidentally unplug our Comcast SIP trunk router when they came to remove our equipment. Are you sure they were just butthurt we switched? I don't know why you would switch from AT&T to Comcast. I just the opposite. Do that, you'll have to make sure to disable all the routing features. More likely, any access point you get will be powered over Ethernet. Interesting. Interesting. Warrior TI said net. Well, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you as always. The reader is almost 0 copy. The reader does not implement iterator because it outputs borrowed data. This is a generic case when we don't know about the input buff read. When the input is a stir or a U8, we don't actually need to use another buffer and can just use read event. That sounds pretty simple. I think we don't need the writer. I think we just need the reader, right? The reader, right? So I guess we can just start trying this, see what it does, and go from there. I'll go add quick XML. Ooh, I just got booted from Twitch chat. Weird. I know you moved on, but an access point acts like a wireless switch, where a wireless router will cause all sorts of problems out of the box. Double net or conflicting DHCP. Oh. Yeah, I didn't know that. That changes things a bit. That changes things a bit. Oh. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Twitch chat having issues, so it's not me. Hopefully. Okay, so in theory, we can. Let's just do the simple thing first. Basically, just replacing this with the other thing, and go from there. Where was the fucking thing? Reader. Reader equals what? Reader equals from. Okay. Octavius! Oh man, it's been a while. Good to see you again, Octavius. Thank you for the resub at 19 months. Good to see you again. Let reader reader equals key loop to beep to event loop match reader not, but I can just use read event. It says Println what question mark do. This statement is not surrounded by a body. Correct, it is not. Why did I... Why did I just run DD? I'm glad I didn't do anything. That's an unfortunate command to accidentally run. Oh. Oh. We need to break. We need to definitely do this. Otherwise it loop forever. When I find event, fucking, where do you come from? Reader event, probably? Events event. I think this is actually from stir or something like that. Expected borrowed stir. Yeah, that makes sense. Cannot borrow reader as mutable. I don't know why I was complaining about this thing though. Ooh. Okay, so we get an error, which Really, man. Hello, hello. Why don't you use Vim? Why do you ask dumb question? We're sorry. Who asked? Hmm. So how do I use an XML library to parse HTML? Hmm. I feel like use quick XML or XML parser with some hacks to make either one not choke on bad HTML. Quick XML can be configured to be very lenient about parsing errors. Okay, figure out how to do that. Probably I need to look at the reader. Reader. Mm. Hmm. How do I make it not grumbly? Owen! It has been a while. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Got absolutely destroyed. Gonna wake up from a cold sweat in 3 weeks. I don't think so. People never stop being like, oh, why don't you use Vim? You should use Vim. You should change how you do your own development to do something that I do because I hate it. You should hate it too. Oh, here's the little setting things. Check whether mismatched closing tag names should be detected. Check end names to false. Well, it returns itself. You can do funny things like check end names false. Like so. I don't know why I didn't reformat it, but can you not? Guess you can't do it like that. Why does it return itself then? Annoying. Okay, there we go. Cool. Cool. Goofy Anthony? I mean, he's obviously wrong. I think she used Emacs instead. I really don't get all the hype. I just use Microsoft Word for all my development, right? Why use Git when I have Dropbox? Okay, text bytes text contents. Borrowed. Okay, so we really only care about the start. Match and rust. Is it run in order, or like does this make more sense? I think it makes more sense. I don't care if it's run in order. Oh, I forgot to. Pattern error not covered. Oh. Did I just do this? Then we don't need this. We. Oof. Okay, so we have this. Now how do we look at the attributes? Yeah, this seems way easier. Blah 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 blah. Eval attributes, which is a thing. That map. Let's see what attributes are. Expected struct attributes. Okay, very helpful. Where's the actual reading events? Here we go. Dart. With attributes? Then push clear attributes. Here we go. Returns an iterator over the attributes. This is not a Wiktionary? What are you? Yields a result attribute. Duplicate check can be turned off by calling with checks false. Why not get in Dropbox? How you doing, Pandoxer? Good to see you again. Wasn't Dropbox written in Python? Yeah, they have a big chunk of Python. Guido used to work there. And a lot of the MyPy devs used to work there, or still do. That was kind of how MyPy got off the ground. IO buff stir, hello. We consider rewriting Python pre-commit in Python for a speed boost. It probably would not make it faster. Greg Meldrum, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Because most of pre-commit's time is spent in the subprocess, and the time that isn't spent in subprocess is spent in import. And Python doesn't make import faster; it makes it slower. So perhaps I have configured it, but it is a bad idea. It would make it faster. And Python fucking sucks. It's such a pain in the ass to work with. Partially because it breaks every single release of Python. And you can't pre-build wheels, you have to build them for all the platforms, you have a whole distribution problem. Not fucking worth it. I think I have to loop over this, presumably. I was hoping to get like key value. But looping is fine too. I guess building a key value is kind of slow, so maybe looping is what we want. Okay. It gives a result. Presumably I can do 4. This is not gonna work. I want this, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna let me do this. Try adding in here. I have to do this shit. Right. Expected attribute found tuple. Well, what the fuck is an attribute? Key value. Oh, I see. It is not a tuple. Be nice if it were a tuple. Which probably means it can't be matched. El Roi. Hello, hello, welcome. One thing I found though is you can call the virtual env API instead of a step process. Yeah, but that only changes install time, and install time doesn't really matter for pre-commit. I assume you're referring to... I assume you're referring to this call here. Also, I'm pretty sure virtualenv's quote-unquote API. Do you not have... I thought... I don't know that virtualenv has an API. I don't think it has an API. I think it is only command line. I mean, you could... There is a programmatic API? Yeah. The problem with in-process APIs is if they ever print somewhere, then you're gonna have really annoying prints. Uh, Greg Meldrum and Anthony Tenine, thank you both for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Sorry I missed yours, Greg. Yeah, I mean, this is a thing that you can do. Its structure for now is experimental, might change on short notice. Yeah, definitely not using this. But it also, like, wouldn't really... I don't think it would... It wouldn't improve the general runtime of Brickman. It would just actually care. But it would improve install time by 90 milliseconds. Oh, but it would make every run slower by 90 milliseconds. Oops. What the fuck? Why is it so much lower? Jesus Christ. What? What the fuck? Why did that take... What is going on here? Why is virtual taking 440 milliseconds to start up? Is it because it's an old version of virtual? Let's see. That's at least a little bit faster. Have you checked out Zig? I have briefly looked at Zig, but not really. Symphonial! Welcome to the stream! Got him! Why the fuck is this one so slow though? I upgraded from 2016.3 to 2016.5. I don't think that's gonna make much of a difference. No difference. What changed between 2016.3 and 2016.5 then? No, that's still fucking slow. What the fuck? Is it because there are 100 things installed here? It's 49 things. Wow, I'm surprised Pip let me do that. From Dev FD63. I am Stevo! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Endless CPU? I don't know that it would really be that helpful. These are sort of fake CPUs. Kind of. And it's old computer. But if you do FAQ computer, you can look there. Okay, let's try this newly created virtual. Is this one slow? This feels kind of slow. Wait, no, it's not. What the fuck? Why is that other one so slow? Oh, I bet I know why. I bet this has the old the old virtualenv.py, which does where's the import? There's like some module scoped import that's really slow. I think it might actually be these. I think this is the old version of that. In theory, I mean 250 milliseconds is still kind of sluggish. We do this. Ooh, why do I have the jammy branch checked out? That was almost bad. Recreate that. Welcome to the stream, Queen Darsa and Anthony89. Oh, we gotta type in my bad password. Oh no! Keyboard on the keyboard's on the stream. Oh no. Dr. Buck Wild, welcome, welcome. Try to force myself to push D and pop D, but I'm not sure if it's better. I feel like push D and pop D are fine for scripts. I don't find them useful in interactive shell. Or I don't use them. They might be useful. I don't know. Fabianov, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. What are you doing? Oh, it's upgrading Pythons. Cool. Very cool. I'll also do 3.9 and then it'll do 3.10. Probably. Maybe. Perhaps. But we can actually do the retiming now. Still feels slow. Dude, what? Why it's so slow? Oh, you know what? It's probably because Puppet is running. We'll let Puppet finish and then we'll time it. The machine is loaded. Puppet is finished now. It should be back to 250 milliseconds. Which is still kind of slow. What? Should have 49 packages in it? Oh. I know, why are you trying to optimize 100 milliseconds, Anthony? Because I run this command so fucking often. But I'm also more confused why these are different. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm pretty sure the way it works... no. Modules lib. Pretty sure it just uses the virtual MPyZ. Yeah. So something about this makes it different? I probably have to do location. Or it's just that fucking fast. Ugh. Okay, let's figure out what's different. Surely this virtual env will be slow now, right? This makes no sense. why is this one significantly faster than the other one that's created in exactly the same way? god. Why is this one? Shush. Why doesn't the minus button work? Yeah, whatever. Why is this one 320? And why is the why is the local one created exactly the same way? 277. I mean, that one's an abs path. Maybe we abs path this? That makes the difference? There's no way that makes the difference, but maybe that's the difference? Why? Oh, there's a lot of different code though. Why do they have different package versions? Okay, that's one difference. But that also probably means that there's a regression or a change or something that fuck this. Okay, so let's make them have the same package versions. Oh no, we installed cringe. Best of. Okay, so this should be 310-ish milliseconds now, right? That doesn't feel like 310. It feels like 250. Oh, it's 310. Okay, it's the same now. Did I keep the diff? Okay, let's keep this. Just so we know what changes here. That way we can potentially figure out which one of these changed it. But 300 is still slow enough that we can probably do some benchmarking and figure out what the fuck is slow. And I'm gonna start by installing my import thing. Control F. har xclips lc. Let's figure out what's slow. Bloop. And the times are multiplied by number, so they're not necessarily accurate. We're looking for big gray pieces. SSL. Package resources. Package resources. No, not package resources. From whence? From setuptools.version. Due to a deprecation warning. For sake. I threw multiprocessing in my problem, but only at 25% CPU usage on an 8-core system. If I add in multiprocessing, I think I can hit max CPU. Yeah, multi-threading in Python doesn't really help you for CPU-bound things. Internet Entourage, welcome to the stream. What am I working on? Well, we have found a reason to believe that virtualenv is slow. But it's probably actually that setup tools is slow. Because it gets imported for reasons. I bet if I look at the diff here, it's probably a setup tools. No, setup tools is the same version. Virtual Env is the same version. So what the fuck? What brought in setup tools? Dot Josh, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Distutils, 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 distutils. Virtual Env. Aww. Virtual Env. But we had the same. Oh, you know what? I bet I didn't use dash all, so we don't actually see the setup tools version difference here. Yeah, fuck. Let's just try stepping down the major versions. We'll probably do best of 10 rather than best of 5. Best of 20. Get twice as fast. Okay. My crazy command worked first. Holy shit. What the fuck happened to that person? Oh, god damn. Whatever the hell happened between setup tools 62 and 63 made things better at least. But holy shit. Game has it all. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Why is it 62? This is really slow now. Game has it all? Oh, I already said that. And Satyria. Thank you both for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So setup tools 60 is what broke it, which is the distutils thing. Holy shit. Holy shit. So why does distutils have to bring in fucking package resources? That's so obnoxious. Dude, fuck setup tools. Shit. And it's literally for a deprecation warning. It's so dumb. Setup tools not deprecation warning. Because it pulls in this file, which pulls in package resources. Oh, that's the top song though. Dude, fucking setup tools. Where does the actual deprecation warning come from? Probably from the little PTH file. Distutils hack. No? Who imports you? Where do you come from? Maybe it comes... No, it has to come from Distutils itself. How? Oh, I'm on the old version, right? Yeah, I'm on the old version. Distutils system mod. Do we see that somewhere? Distutils hack.override. Import distutils hack.doOverride. Where's the damn setup tool stuff in here then? Mod equals import module setup tools.distutils. Oh, that looks fine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just going to put in package resources in it. I'm gonna raise ass and see what happens. Assertion error. What to do? And figure out where this shit comes from. Who kill you? Oh. Yeah, we are a bit down in rabbit hole, Dr. Buckwild. Well, now I'm confused. Okay, so something caught my ass error. Root Afro, thank you for the sub with Prime at 2 months, which gets you a fancy new badge. Welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. Oh, setup tools dot double or knit, double under a knit. I forgot about under knit. Oh, so hard to undo. Oh. How do I make this not so complicated? How do I show that this is a really big regression at some point and then it never gets back. Let's just do this really quickly. Alex Wiesla, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, we're not doing roost at the moment. We'll get back to the roost soon. About an actual meaningful module of distutils. Okay, I think that's the angle I'm going to take this from. These are all really fucking old. Importing subtools is slow and takes nearly half a second. It's going to be very similar. Okay, this is at least, it's related but not the problem. I mean, it is the problem, it's just unrelated. Okay. Let's see. Can I get it just to the environment variable? Set of tools use distutils equals local. Is that not what it is? Oh, that's the slow one. Yeah. Let's use the actual version. Misty's nuts! It's been a while. Hello, hello. Google just recommended me Anthony Explains. Nice, nice. It doesn't matter. Got 8.10. Still on 2004 here. Clickable. Description. Using the bundled bungled the bundled distutils, importing any part of distutils takes almost 10x longer than previously. Expected behavior. I expect the bundled distutils to not incur the import time problems of setup tools. How to reproduce. Can I get my little best of script here and here? Can even make it worse. Just install a bunch of stuff. It's another package that has a bunch of dependencies. Poetry. Poetry has 49 dependencies. Kind of crazy. So here's our slow one. That didn't make it that much slower, but it's representative sample. What? Did I miss a required box? Oh. Pair the following. I originally started with trying to figure out why virtual got way slower recently. Ended up tracing it to setup tools 60.x. Can I preview the whole damn thing? No, I can only preview little parts. Alright, fuck it. Ansible, yeah, Ansible would be a good one. Tofu-fu-fu's gonna head out to the gym. Well, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. No response. I guess I should tell Gabrinet about this. T-dubs. Wow. 3.7 end of lives in 2023. Might just drop it early then. That sounds nice to not have to deal with that. Okay, we figured out why it's slow. Or at least one of the reasons why it's slow. Let's see if it's still slow with lower. That's what I want. Gear shift. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Yeah, 107 milliseconds is a little bit more manageable. I'm still kind of surprised that it's that high, but probably pulls in like the SSL module. Whoops. It's like, why is it doing this over and over? Oh, because I slapped it in the best of command. Apparently pip doing nothing takes almost a second. Yeah, that's again why we're making faster pip. What was I doing? Doing this. Alright, looking for gray ones. I bet there's pi parsing in here somewhere. SSL socket. Why do you need to pull an SSL? Oh, the periodic updater. Huh. It's kind of annoying that the periodic updater is like, what? A third of the import time. Anyway, enough of this. Enough of this. Care anymore. Great way to transition back to fast-pip, yeah. Look at this garbage. Look at how we can make it better. Okay. Oh, fun to learn, frustrating thing. Okay, we were at attribute here. I don't think I can do this, even though I would love to. How do I want to do it? I don't think that you can do nice matching with p-value pair. I think yeah, I don't know why they didn't just use a two-tuple. Two-tuple would have been so much nicer. These docs aren't super useful. Let me just make them into an app. Ellie. Maybe the tests for attributes will be better. Okay, we clearly don't have attributes in there. Maybe we'll find them. Oh, here we go. We found attributes. Okay. What do their tests look like for the? Maybe they have nice little fun ways to unwrap these. Oh, they were just building them. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. We had a thing. We have to do this again. Let mute Python requires I've been coding Rust, not very long. Realistically, a couple weeks. I've written a little Rust before this, but not enough that I would say that I had written Rust. Like I did some advent of code problems. I straight ported some Python to Rust. Isn't that interesting? href href equals some kv dot value. Probably have to do this. Data Python requires data yanked. I don't think that maybe not gonna work. I don't know, we'll find out. Oh, we have to do that in here, not in there. Guess we're just gonna get the last one. Ugh. Cow U8 is not implemented for string. Did you read the whole thing, the book? No, I have not read any book. I have not read book. Why do we have a U8 cow? Expected struct Q name found borrowed stir. What is a Q name? Ugh. Why are they bytes values rather than stir slices? We do actually want to match A tags here. Oh boy, we're gonna have big old giant match. If e dot name dot as ref equals a. Let me do that, or did it yell at me for that? Oh, friends. Use try and learn. There's a whole lot of new concepts in Rust. I haven't really hit any new concepts. 420 every day. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Like, ownership and borrowing isn't really a new concept. It's just formalized in Rust. Like a lot of C libraries use ownership as an idea. And Rust enums are just a different name for packed unions. That's really all the interesting things about Rust. Enums and borrowing. At least that's all the interesting things of Rust that I found so far. For variants, so variants are kind of like interfaces, right? I'm not sure what you mean by choice though. Things like into, iter, yeah, those are like moves. It's like move semantics. I've done move semantics in C++. Oh, enum is variant is choice. Yeah. Traits is the other thing that I was thinking about, but traits are not a Rust specific thing. Chamber says we were we were lied to by Rust marketing. Choice is an ASN one keyword. Ooh. Ooh. Like, see, I just had the wrong thing here. I think I'm gonna do as ref there. Then I can borrow, these are bytes. Then I gotta do as value or something, some shit. Now borrowed, or clone, or into, or as string, or I don't fucking know what it's supposed to be. Value is a U8 slice. Or a U8 array. I think I need to as string that. I think I need to as ref as string. Maybe, because it's a wrapped thing. As pointer. What are you, cow? How do I get your value? To mute? No, we want what is to mute into owned. Why can't I just read it? Not from a UTF-8? Smart pointer can close, provide immutable access to borrowed data. So I can just do this directly, probably. CM Griffin! Yo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, Raiders. How was your stream, Chris? What were you working on? I'm working on cows. Cows. My name is Anthony. I usually work on open source Python. Some of the things that I maintain that you might have heard of are Flake8, PyTest, Tox, Precommit, Dead Snakes, iFlakes, my text editor Babby, and I don't know, 50 other fucking things. But today we're working on a fast version of pip, because pip is slow. In fact, here's a great representation of pip being slow. Doing nothing, installing a package that's already installed takes nearly a second. That's just one package. But how was your stream? What were we working on, Chris? No method found for enum cow U8. How do I get the cow's value? Oh, it's an enum, so it is either borrowed or owned. Cow implements deref, which means if you call non-mutating methods directly on the data it encloses, it means you can call non-mutating methods. So how do I turn a U8 into a... Oh, do I have to do stir from UTF-8, maybe? Probably. Probably. Try that. Stream is good. I'm working on a command line tool to read dynamic key values from a JSON file and output them to a type file so we can avoid magic strings and doing feature flag stuff. Oh, so kind of like a way to go from a JSON blob to a TypeScript typed. I think I want string from maybe. Expected struct vec found cow. Oh, as ref maybe? As ref. Blurp. Expected struct vec found U8. I think if I make stir and then dot into it. Expected borrowed U8. Maybe now we do as ref. Oh, praise be. This is fucking insane. Dude, I don't fucking know. Something. Which is gonna return a option. Maybe we'll just make it return the string directly. Option string, sure. It's fucking nonsense. Yeah, but not TypeScript. And the Roost, Go, TypeScript, GIS, Ruby, Lua, Python, PHP, and Ruby. Oh, I left off halfway through the Dart implementation. Oh, Dart. We have a extremely old to-do that I don't have enough disk space to debug in this VM. But we'll hopefully be able to fix it at some point. But the permissions on some of the files inside the Dart redistributable are the wrong owner. But yeah, last time we did this, it crashed my VM because not enough thing. From UTF-8 lossy accepts borrowed array U8. Okay, that's maybe better. UTF-8 lossy kb.value.asref. Or does from UTF-8 lossy give you a option? I am typing this over and over rather than copying and pasting it. I'm not gonna use you because expression's gross, but oh boy. Why did I get another cow back? Ah. Do I have to dot into after it? Parker, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. After an hour fighting with Django class-based views, I've overcome. Now I need a nap. Yeah. We got cow stir now. We're all good. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Django myself. Okay, so we can just dot into these now, right? That's how cows work. You into and they moo. Ooh. And 16 more not covered. Yeah, we just don't care about the other attributes. Oh, right, we can do this because we don't actually match on the KV. Oh, we do match on the KV. Yo. We never. It's not working. It's not working. No. Learn override methods to do something very simple. Yeah. I don't like the movie either. Yeah, why didn't it parse my Python requires? Perhaps these are wrong. Let us just println. Lama1, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Clearly. Debug. Oh, it's data requires Python. Shit. Well, that would do that. We found a yanked package yesterday. Do we remember what it was? I think it was pip. Pip was yanked, right? You can use dbg bang macro instead. Oh. Like a so? Get lied to. Why does the debugger try to move it? It's not even a debugger. Why does the debug print try and move it? Okay. Cool. So in theory, now that we have parsed these, we need to parse the URL to let URL equals this is actually option URL not string. I wonder if we can just parse it directly. package.url.join. I wonder if we can just do this rather than doing all the fucking back ass shit. Pick the enum option, found the URL, expected stir found U8. Yeah, so we still have to do the other thing. Nightshade dude, hello. Isn't Sentry a Django app? Yeah, I can still dislike Django and work on a Django app. So we definitely need to sum this. And we also need to probably do the same shit that we were doing before. This string from UTF-8 lossy thing. Blur 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 blur. Expected borrowed stir found cow. Consider borrowing the cow. Borrow the cow. Moo. It returns what you pass in so it can be used in context. Oh, I see. I see. Alright, so now we have our URL. Okay, so we can do if let some URL equals href. Can I do if let and? Damn it. Ugh. Can I just enable an unstable thing? Is that a thing I can do? Will people hate me for it? What should I do, chat? Rustations. If I just want to be like, you know what, this feature is worth it. Do I use nightly? Do I go fuck myself? Is there something less than nightly? Slightly nightly? Or do I just suck it up and do what the compiler tells me to do? I feel like I'm writing extremely arrow-shaped code. What's the nightly is daily? Nightly is acceptable? I feel like if other people are gonna be able to do this, then annoying. Still need you. Oh, it was actually the right indentation level. Wild. Oops. Index entry. Grill, shot to v6. Python requires yanked. I kind of hate what it did here. Why is this one on a different line, but this one is not? String from UTF-8 lost. Some string from UTF-8 lost in kv.value.azref.into. Oh. Probably do if not continue instead. The intent to distribute as a binary crate will force users to also have nightly. Oh. Admit, welcome to the stream. I see you have triggered the AI. Got him. You know what I've figured out, chat? I think I know what it is. I think I know why we've had so many more people in chat that are like, why aren't you using Vim? Why aren't you using why are you using Nano? Why are you using GNOME? Why are you on Ubuntu? We've gotten so many more of those in the last couple of weeks. I think I figured it out, chat. I think I know what it is. I think it's this fucking word in the title. Hey, what's up, 85 Filter? How you doing? Everyone gasps. Ah, the Rust community being toxic? What a fucking weird concept. Okay, anyway, things are parsing. Rest brings on the trolls of the stream? Yeah. Yep. How many have asked about Cocoonite? No one has asked about that yet, Nightshade dude. I think it's slightly too obscure for people to be like, oh, you should be using blah blah blah. Toxic, put C++ in the title and do Rust. Aren't you using a real editor like Echo, Cat, Tail, and Head? Yeah. Edge is the standard text editor. Ugh. Okay, surely there is a better way to write whatever the fuck this garbage is, right? Surely? I mean, I can reduce this indent slightly by negating these and early continuing. I can even early continue up here rather than doing all this shit and looping through all the attributes. Oh no. Why do people keep raiding? Striker, hello, welcome to the stream. What are we working on? How's your stream? This isn't snack. It isn't snack, it's true. Hey, what's up, dude? Hello. This is a roosty snack. Not actually a snack. Is this Python 3.11? No, but I have Python 3.11. In fact, I could get Python 3.12 if we really want it. A little bit of work. Apt update, apt install software. Common. Add apt repository ppa. That's next nightly -y apt install Python 3.12. Should work. Is the left hand side Python 3.13? Python 4 in the making? Oof. Thank you for talking to me on Wednesday. Interesting. What did you talk about? So dude says, I watch YouTube videos most time, don't watch the Twitch stream very often. Well, welcome. Glad you enjoy the YouTubes. Live coding is also here. How's it going? SimD. Oh. Very random question. Does anyone still use Jython? People still use Jython, but they should not. They should not use Jython. But anyway, here's Python 3.12. Ooh. I don't even... Is there anything cool in 3.12 yet? I feel like there isn't anything cool in 3.12 yet. Removing wster. Mapping proxy type are hashable if the underlying mapping is happening. Hashable. This is the CVE thing. That review has half float type. Origin path lab, who gives a shit? Yeah, FD non-block. Oh. Oh. It's kind of broken. Weird. I feel like this one lets me do this. Yeah. Why would they... Anyway, annoying, but not that useful. Pending removal. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, is this gonna get finally fixed? Oh. That's cool. That's cool. It is limited to 2.7. I thought they did a Jython 3. But I assume you're talking about your company? I'm pretty sure Jython 3 came out. Maybe they didn't finish it. I don't know why they're still working. But anyway. More performance improvements? Yeah, probably. 3.12 finalized? Not at all. 3.11 isn't even... Well, 3.11 is because it's a release candidate, but... It's not released yet. Python? 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 Python! I don't think it ever got released. Yeah. Makes sense. Ugh. Okay, anyway, there's 3.12. It exists, kind of, sort of. Why are we trying to make pip faster? Chat. Oh, I don't have it here anymore. Here, I'll give you an example. Sure, he's gifted a sub to 85 filter. Welcome to subdom. Here's an example. Let's just take a random package. Time pip install pinned version of random package without dependencies. It takes almost a second to do basically nothing. But ours will be much faster. That's one of the reasons. And then MC gifted Stranger sub. Thank you, MC. Where's X's here? Uh-oh, are you streaming? I see the wave. I didn't see her go live. I don't think you're streaming. How you doing? Where's X? How you been? You did stream the other day. Is this mostly for CI setup performance? It's mostly because I think I can get a lot of clicks on YouTube. But yes, yes and no. I think there's 3 main optimizations that I can get out of this. First is startup time, where pip takes a half a second to do nothing. The next is parallel downloads. Pip doesn't do any parallel downloading whatsoever. And then parallel extraction, because pip doesn't do parallel extraction. Oh, and pure lib extraction. Pip uses the zip library, which is kind of slow. Bamboozle me with wave. No, it's all good. It's all good. Rest YouTube clicks are off the charts. Yeah. I mean, that's not exactly why I'm doing it, but it's an easy way to pretend that that's why I'm doing it. Because if we look at... Here's my second channel. Here's an example of Rust being ridiculous for no fucking reason. My VODs channel, which usually gets, you know, not many views. It's mostly just a place where I archive stuff. You scroll back a little bit. Anything he does Rust with like 5 or 6x what I usually get on the VODs channel. Which is more way more than usual. But anyway. Anyway, so we had working code, which was this down here, and now we have working code, which is this up here. This one's longer, but hopefully faster, and I'm not actually gonna profile it. We're just gonna assume it's faster. Because, yeah, it's not super worth profiling it right now. And I was told by the author of this library that I should instead use this library. So we're just gonna trust. But it's working now. Didn't realize you did YouTube? Oh boy. You have days of content to find on YouTube now. Just from my series where I explain software concepts, you got 475 videos to go through. Roosts roostily down the roosts. Roost functions get long and wide. Yeah. It's, you know, I thought JavaScript was bad about arrow-shaped code. Roost seems to be like, man, I bet you were wishing you had 2 space indents right now. Trust. Indeed. You have to T-rust, yeah. We all I like that we all make the same joke. It's a good one though, so I understand why it was made. Rest of the type safe can use 0 space indents. Yeah, it's not why you can use 0 space indents. It's because it has semicolons and curly braces, but essentially 7 levels of indentation, but 1 expression pog. Yeah, I'm sure I could rewrite this with like collect some fucking, I don't know, collect, split, splat, this garbage, FP nonsense that I don't like. But this'll do. I mean, I could also slightly reduce the indent by doing wait, I don't even, can you not let? Can you if not let? I don't think you can if not let. Yeah, no. Variable decoration using let is a statement. No, variable decoration using let is a statement. Oh, you can do, instead of that, you can do this. Use the separator. Oh, because it's only defined in that expression. Yeah, anyway. Can't do this, even if I wanted to. It was an interesting idea. Snappy and Gandalf of and Symphonial X. Thank you all for the follow. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Symbol rotate, transform, reduce, and monad transformer. Real path ends with it's the same as using -4:. I don't think Rust has slices like that. Grace Dale, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Rust, slice, string. Maybe it does. I don't fucking know. How to get a substring of a string. Yeah, it'd be ... 6. Can you use negative numbers? We can just try it. Ugh. Blurp, 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 blurp. That would be -6 dot dot. Surely, right? Don't call me Shirley. Macro. The trait neg is not implemented for use size. Yeah, you can't do negative slices in roost. Is none? Yeah, but I'd still have to unpack it. Right? I can do if is none URL continue. But then I would also have to do some other shit. Calling it out myself? Yeah, it's kind of late. I think I need to go to bed also. But anyway, we wrote the code with different library and it worked kinda, so that seemed good. Alright, we don't need you anymore. Yeah, gonna ignore all that shit. Good. I like how the lock file didn't really change all that much. Oh, yeah, I guess it did. I traded 2 packages for 1. Anyway. Parse HTML using quick XML. Roost format. Oh. It decided that these things should be different. Cool. Alright. Anyway, that's gonna wrap us up for today. Let me do my little spiel. We will send you off to another channel. My name is Anthony. I upload educational content to my YouTube channel 3 times a week at youtube.com/anthonywritescode. If you missed any part of the stream, you can catch up on that on my second channel, which is now at Trips. Nice, cool, great, love that for me. I normally stream Monday evenings and... Oh wait, fuck, no, we can't end stream yet. What am I doing? We didn't do auto update day. Wait, we're not done yet. We got a thing to look at because this is done. We enqueued a bunch of repos today. Just gonna close some tabs. Sorry. Interrupted spiel. Spielus interruptus. How many repos did we run today? Come back! Hold the presses! Yeah. Log groups. We enqueued 10,007 repositories. God damn. And what else do we usually look at? We also usually look at how many runs have occurred total. The last time I looked at this, it had just passed 1 million. So, and I haven't looked at it in a while. We're now at 1.169 nice million, which is kind of nuts. Not gonna lie. I do at some point need to auto prune the table, but right now it's essentially, I think it's still free. I think until this becomes 4 gigs, it's still free. How many installs do we have? That's 2,000 installs. Interesting. Cool. This is probably Oh, 62,000. I thought it'd be more than that because it never gets pruned. This is the more realistic value. 9,000. Oh, that was the optimization I was going to make and I didn't do it. Yeah, okay. So 9,000 things have completed a run on a primary branch. Anthony twirls pens with his left hand. If I have 2 pens, I'll do both of them. Oh. Maybe I have a pen in a drawer. My stationary drawer, but yeah, usually I'll just sit and twirl 2 pens and just I have all of my fidgety things that I play with during stream and during real life, otherwise I go insane. But yes, I do. So I write with 2 hands too. I am actually not very good at writing with my left hand, which is why I'm much worse at twirling with my left hand too. Yeah, I can go like twice as fast with my right hand. But it's just because I lack a little bit of motor control. I did try and write with my left hand once, but I'm not very good at it. Anyway. Okay, yeah. Cool. So now resuming the spiel. I announce my streams in 2 places. Usually stream Monday evenings and Saturday at noon. And one of those is twitter.com/codewithanthony. So follow there if you want to get notified there. I also notify on the Discord, which you are free to join and stop by and hang out. There's a beginner's channel if you want to ask programming questions, a bunch of smart people to answer them. And there is a bunch of other fun social channels as well. So you can stop in, hang out, and have a good time there. But thank you all for stopping by. Let's go find someone to raid.